There are many hidden blessings in these unprecedented times, among which are the blessings of understanding how to be self-sufficient, optimistic, and quickly identify hypocrisy. The adage, "It's not what happens that matters, but how we deal with what happens," is truly being tested. The phrase, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger," also applies. On the list of all the unprecedented events that have happened over the past 2 decades, it seems one has occurred almost every other year. With the technological advancements that are literally changing the world in good and bad ways, there were floods, hurricanes, and tornadoes, earthquakes, terrorist attacks, economic swings, and now this pandemic, that are all being called once-in-a-lifetime happenings. The fact is, every day is once in a lifetime, and we have the faith, love, and trust to keep on trying. We can look at the glass as half empty or half full. The real disaster is the way the deep state, the media, and the bureaucracy are handling what is happening. Their existence is tied to the mantra, "Never let a good disaster go to waste." They are now inventing disasters in order to keep on advancing a selfish, devious agenda so they can keep on fanning the flames of gloom and doom. They disguise it as being generous, caring, careful, and sensitive, but it's actually greedy, selfish, destructive, and cruel. There's nothing generous about robbing you, then giving your money to others in the name of these social justice warriors. That is called stealing, lying, and bribery. With this pandemic and the climate change, they proclaim science is telling us what we must do or we will all die. Their only solution is to live under a rock, have fewer children, and give them more money to find more victims while we wait to die. The fact is, we must learn to deal with what happens, just like the 10,000 generations that came before us did. The only constant in life is change, and trying to stop change is like trying to stop the sun from rising. The deep state is working very hard to keep the hypocrisy, fraud, and false agendas going for their own benefit and not to make the world a better place. W.C. Fields said, "It's a sin not to let a fool part with their money." The liberal elite consider us the fool in that remark. The media and the deep state are constantly flooding us with news of gloom and doom, saying the world is going to end, things will never be the same, and we're never going to be the same again. They constantly whine about man-made climate change, the water crisis, energy crisis, poverty, environmental disasters, lack of health care, starvation, and now this pandemic, with nothing to contribute but more grief. Why are they reporting more stuff of which we all are all too familiar, about which we can do very little? The logical way of addressing these hardships is to have faith in life and be careful with our resources, follow the golden rule, and realize that we're all going to die from something, and live by the saying that Abraham Lincoln made. The most valuable of all the arts is the art of being able to derive a comfortable subsistence from the smallest area of soil. This is Keith Kuby wishing you the best in making the world a better place.